Hello, and welcome to the 10th episode of the Caped Informers. Let's give a round of applause, guys. We made it. We made it this long. I'm your host, Christian. Alongside me today, I got my good friends, Ryan, Dan, and the always wonderful Karl. How you doing today, boys?
Doing good. Good to be back.
We just got off a little spring break. We took a little break, 2 little weeks siesta there. But we are back for the long haul, and we're in it to win it. We got a shitload to talk about today, so we're going to just hop right in it. So Gotham, we always talk about Gotham. That new Fox show, that pilot, has released some images of what its characters are going to look like. In particular, we've seen Jim Gordon, played by Ben McKenzie, Harvey Bullock, played by a guy whose name I can't pronounce, Alfred, played by Sean Pertwee, and Selena Kyle, played by that newcomer, Carmen Bafaka. So, guys, what do you think of these pictures? Let's start with Gordon. What is your take on Gordon?
He's young.
Yeah, he is young.
He's gonna develop an astigmatism.
He doesn't have glasses.
Yeah, maybe during the course of the show we'll see his eyesight fail him. And maybe that's what.
Like that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, where are his glasses and where is his mustache? Now, some people are like, well, he's young and young people don't have glasses and wear mustaches. And I disagree. Jim Gordon, when he was young, wore fucking glasses and not got a mustache. He picked one up. He has always had a mustache, a nice shaggy stash. I just like his. All we've seen is one picture. I know. It's just Ben McKenzie sitting on some steps. But it's time to get angry. All right.
It's time to be mad. He doesn't look like the person who will grow into the old Gordon we know as of right now.
Batman's number one guy besides Alfred.
Yeah.
He looks like he's a shoot first, ask questions later kind of guy. He looks young.
Like he'd be on Beware the Batman.
Maybe he's a bit of a...
All right.
Maybe he's a bit of a loose cannon type of guy.
He's hard-nosed. He doesn't play by the rules. Like Harvey Bullock. Speaking of Harvey Bullock, the guy who plays Harvey Bullock, he looks like a total stooge. What do you think, Dan?
He doesn't look like pissed off enough. I feel like he looks like he's just going to be cracking like some jokes. Like in that picture of them on the steps, he looks like he's like about to whisper in Ben McKenzie's ear. It's just like, hey man, this is what I read in the funny.
I'm the comic relief. I'm supposed to be funny. Speaking of comic relief, fun little fact, guys. Did you hear Patton Oswalt is coming to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah, I did hear that.
That show, Good for Patton.
All the stuff.
They're pulling people out of the woodwork.
He was on King of Queens. Now he's on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Good for him.
Ratatouille himself.
Ratatouille. Yeah, good for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But back to Gotham.
Lady Sif wasn't doing it for him, I guess.
Lady Sif. So they've got Alfred. They released that first image, and that was actually the most recent one. And I wasn't that impressed with that one either. I thought that they were going to go more like Earthy 1, and this looks more like the kind of guy who stalks playgrounds than Earth 1 Batman. Earth 1 Alfred. Like, he looks creepy.
Yeah,
I feel like he sort of like haunts Bruce in the manor, like just all the time. Bruce. Like Bruce is by himself. Do you need anything, Mastermind? behind a closet door, it just doesn't seem right for me.
I'm here if you need me.
This picture makes me realize why Bruce Wayne left for like 8 years. He wanted to get away from this fucking guy. Like, just like, look at this creepy jacket. Like, the way he's standing, like, imagine that, waking up to that in the morning. He's already waking up to no parents. He doesn't want to wake up to it. He's like, your eggs,
Yeah, he doesn't look like that. In this picture, we only got this one image, but he definitely doesn't look like the caregiving type in this.
Yeah, no, it's a very eerie picture. This fog.
He looks like the
everywhere.
care-receiving type.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me wish Michael Gough came back.
Michael Gough sadly is dead. But,
I know.
Rest in peace.
I
Rest
think
in
he
peace.
needed less
it does kind of make you wish Michael Gough came back.
We got Tupac as a hologram. Let's bring back Michael Gough as a hologram.
The whole show's solid.
let's just get excited that friggin' Jeremy Irons is going to be with Ben Affleck and Batman Superman. Let's rest our laurels on that, Alfred. The show's on Fox. You know, it's not looking too promising.
Yeah.
All right,
you never really see these characters as being young. You never see Alfred as young.
Let's take a look at young Alfred. What did you used to do, pal? Well, I used
It's
to
gonna be
make
an
Master
interesting Batman
Bruce's
show.
eggs.
It's gonna be an interesting Gotham without Batman.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't make sense.
And then you see pictures of they released a picture of the guy playing Oswald Cobblepot, and he's wearing like sunglasses.
He's got the
It's like
newspaper in his
space
hand.
sunglasses. Like,
Yeah.
what's up with that?
What year is this supposed to be? I know it's a prequel. It's in the past. What year is this supposed to be? Why is everyone dressed?
You know what? It kind of reminds me of the Talon goggles, his sunglasses.
The Talon goggles.
A little
They're
bit.
tying in Court of Owls into this Gotham show. That's
Like
Like some,
bad boy,
almost some
you know.
Doc Ock, maybe, kind of.
Oh,
Yeah, oh,
yeah.
So Alfred Molina.
oh my god.
Oh. And here we are looking at the hero cop slay Wade kid photo. And it brings to mind, like,
Hero Cop Slayer Wayne killed. What does that mean?
What?
That's not a coherent sentence.
The writers of the Gotham Gazette are not the best.
Did Vicky Vale write that?
photojournalist.
I took the picture. I'm not supposed to write the headlines.
And here again, in our second picture of Ben McKenzie, like, he doesn't look like a decorated veteran of the force.
I
Like,
think it's Hero Cops Slay Wayne Killer.
Oh, okay.
So Wayne killed. Hero Cops Slay Wayne killed.
Where is the semicolon? Wait, so they killed Joe Chill? And they're heroes because they showed up after they got shot and they killed a guy who was desperate for money?
and now,
Go police!
Look at that picture though, on the front
page,
cover
too. Like,
How is that a hero cop?
They use the word hero loosely.
Loosely. They don't know what a hero is until Batman.
Sort of like the definition of Batman in Batman.
What is that? That doesn't make you a hero. That's not justice. Batman wouldn't approve of it.
Once they go down,
Well, we rolled up on him and we shot him.
Whoa! He was a homeless pussy with a gun. I put two in the back of his head.
and in the same image, like, you see that it's Penguin, like, looking at this, like, studying carefully. You gotta wonder, like, what's going in through his head? Like, what? Like, where's this show going to start off? Like,
Oswald Cobblepot, not short and not fat, just doesn't make sense.
He's supposed to develop an appetite later.
He's in pretty good shape. I mean, hey, you're gonna get dedicated to a role, right? Christian Bale loses 100-something pounds,
Right.
gains. Robin Hood Terry, you want us to take us seriously? Be a fat fuck.
Put on some
Put on
pounds.
weight. Mac did it on Always Sunny. Why can't you do it for this show? I mean, you're not that desirable to look at in the first place.
What do we got here? Fire erupts in Gotham something yard?
Yeah,
One of the smaller headlines in the Gotham Gazette.
This newspaper is terrible. Okay, that's enough for Gotham. We're not that excited. Also, Selena Kyle, did you see her with her little gloves? Dan, I don't think your prostitution theory is going to come through. She looks more like a street rat.
well,
Yeah.
good. That's good. You know.
I think that image actually kind
It's
of
probably the best
plays
out of
out.
all of them.
Yeah, that actually makes sense.
All right,
Just a young street rat.
let's go on the
Talkative
greener.
and-
Let's go on the greener pastures.
All right.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ray. That was a beautiful thought.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, on to things that excite us. X-Men finally released a second trailer. Days of Future Past. We've been waiting for it for months. Last one was in November. The movie's in May. It's March now. Usually there's a second trailer between those two periods. We finally got one. We got a different look at the film. We got a lot of looks at Magneto, and specifically Magneto and Professor X, because they're the center of the film. Wolverine, and we got a lot of shots of Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique as well.
Right.
So, and we got our first look at the Sentinels with Bolivar Trask and Peter Dinklage, the man. So, what'd you guys think of that? What'd you think? What's the word?
The trailer looks pretty amazing. You get to see a lot of subtle action going on. You see a lot of shots of Magneto, with words saying their new enemy, and you see Magneto fully becoming the full-fledged Magneto. He's killing mercilessly, and it's becoming something I'm very excited to see.
It's so nonchalant too. The scene he walks out into the street, and he just waves his hand, and people go flying back. He's in the stadium, and he's just doing some things with his hands, and the whole thing's crumbling. It's so cool.
One quick note. Is every superhero movie at some point going to show up at a football stadium? The football stadium thing is just showing up everywhere. It started Dark Knight Rises. Now Batman Superman's filming football scenes. Now all of a sudden Magneto's at a football stadium.
You just got it.
Next thing you know, they're going to be like, Tony Stark will receive the key to the city at the football stadium.
During the Super Bowl.
Superheroes love football. Okay?
The Avengers will attend the AFC Championship.
Peyton Manning will give the Papa John's Award
to
Tony Stark. Okay, yeah, but X-Men, Days of Futures Past.
Well, there was a pretty quick scene in the trailer where you see Storm. Well, it looks like it's the end of Storm, where it looks like she's about to get her head cut off. And I wonder if that's what they're going to do for cutting out her scenes, if they are cutting out her scenes like it was rumored. So
yeah, they said that she was one of the characters that might have faced the cutting board, much like Anna Paquin. They said Rogue was mostly cut from the film.
Right.
Like we talked about, this film is packed with people, and I mentioned earlier, but it seems like they're really trying to throw Jennifer Lawrence and Mystique at us, because when she was first cast as Mystique, she really wasn't a big name. She was cast after a nomination for Winter's Bone, and now with her star status, do you guys think they're just we got to give Mystique a big part in this movie, or at least feature her heavily in the trailers. Because even if you see the poster, the new poster that came out, she's one of the largest people on the poster. I'll pull it up for you guys, but yeah, what do you think of that?
I think what they're trying to do now is they're going to use her as a hinge for a reason why Xavier and Magneto sort of completely split apart. Because of the fact that, Charles was with Mystique for a lot of his life, and Magneto comes in and he just steals her. And there's a line in there and it says, you took what I cared for.
What was most precious to me.
What was most precious to me. And then Magneto responds with, what did he say?
You should have put more effort into protecting it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, I feel like that's the integral role she'll be playing as the thing that really split them apart.
Yeah, that's exciting. I'm trying to get this image up. Dan, what did you think, dude? Look, even I go online, Jennifer's listed as the top billing in the film. It's just
over Hugh Jackman.
Fassbender. It's Hugh Jackman and Fassbender. These are big names, but she's heavily freaking featured. She might be shown more than anyone else in that trailer we just watched. If you think about it, there's scenes of her changing into an army person. There's jumping out a window, crying, staring, pissing, everything is going on. And the funniest thing of all is her boyfriend, Nick Holt, who plays one of my favorite mutants of all time, Beast, gets one shot of his face.
He doesn't look like Hank McCoy at all. He's just feral. Feral, complete. No Kelsey Grammer at all.
Somebody put something up my ass.
Something else that's pretty interesting is he's a human in that point.
Yeah.
Not the Beast.
Yeah, they said that he said that it's going to be kind of like the Hulk, where he can control it. I thought that was kind of bullshit.
Yeah,
because the Beast we know can't control.
Right.
He's stuck. And that's one of the things that makes Hank McCoy who he is.
Right.
But it's such a small thing, and like we said, how he's barely in it.
That's true. Yeah.
Did you hear Kelsey Grammer's making a cameo as Older Beast?
Oh, is he?
And so there's going to be that too. So
Okay.
Dude, he really was a good beast, you know.
Yeah,
he was.
It's not his fault. X3 sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, Cyclops is great. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Best line.
You know, I read that Bryan Singer was gonna have a young Juggernaut, but Fox told him to use Quicksilver because Marvel was gonna use Quicksilver, so they switched Quicksilver out. Wouldn't you have loved to see a young Juggernaut instead?
Yeah.
Juggernaut would be fantastic.
Oh,
I love
man.
it.
You would have to say I'm the Juggernaut bitch, though. Just to
I'm
make
the
it, a
Juggernaut
little more
bitch.
legit.
I'm pretty sure he's an internet fan favorite too. You know?
Oh, he is.
Just among the Brotherhood of Mutants, like
Yeah.
everyone knows the fucking
this-
Juggernaut.
I'm the
Juggernaut, bitch. Don't be throwing your lasers at me. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
I'm just nervous because this movie is so packed with so many people that we always talk about too many villains syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Could be too many characters syndrome. There's just so
Right.
many people to get to. You know how Game of Thrones can only get to people when you watch an episode for like you'll see maybe Daenerys for only like 3 minutes because they got to get to everybody else.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you guys think of that? Do you think that Singer will be able to handle this many people? Some
I
people.
mean, there's a lot to go on, like Bobby Drake and Kitty.
Yeah.
Even though Kitty's supposed to be a Colossus. You know, like at that point where it becomes like, okay, how are you guys gonna resolve that?
Here's the picture of that poster. You
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
look at. All right, we're looking at the poster right now, guys. I'm sorry I interrupted.
That's okay, don't worry.
As I was saying, Hugh Jackman's the biggest one in the poster,
Right.
but right behind him's Jennifer Lawrence as the bigger one. And when you think of Mystique, she's a popular mutant,
Yeah.
and everyone knows who she is. But would you think on like this kind of movie, this kind of film, wouldn't you think Fassbender would be the big one, or it'd be McAvoy or Ian McKellen
Right.
Yeah.
or like those guys? But I'm saying that I think they're trying to promote this movie to get out there that Jen's in it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
my suspicion is she's not in it as much as they're making us think she is.
Yeah.
That might be true. That
I
might
mean,
be true.
she's, the big name right now, the hot trending item. And
The hot trend.
if you...
I mean, on
you-
objects.
My apologies.
You're a goddamn alright. She is. She is the hot ticket.
Yeah, she is. And,
Yep.
I mean, for those people who may not be as big into the X-Men,
Yeah.
to see her on there, we'll be like, oh, Jennifer Lawrence
Yeah.
is in this.
I
I
like
like Jennifer Lawrence,
Form changing his
so
physique,
I'll go see the X-Men. Even
I guarantee you a bunch of people didn't know she was Mystique in that First Class. Because
That's
First
true,
Class
yeah.
is a good film.
I
but-
didn't realize it until after I saw like other movies that she was in. I was like, wait, that's her. And then
Yeah. X-Men First Class was actually the first movie I saw with her, and I looked her up, and I watched Winter's Bone, and I'm like, shit, this girl's pretty good. And then Hunger Games, and now she's fucking
Silver Linings,
humongous,
Silver
and you can't get away from her now.
American Hustle.
To go on a completely different thing for one moment, I think the criticism aimed at Shailene Woodley is a load of shit. All right, because Shailene Woodley's getting a lot of bullshit on the internet for people who haven't seen Divergent. She's actually very good in Divergent, just for being on that old show, Life of the American Teenager. You know what I'm talking about? Now, if anyone has ever looked into Jennifer Lawrence's career before Winter's Bone, do you know what show she was on? TBS. She was on the Bill Engvall show. The Bill Engvall show. We will look up clips after this. But my point is, you get your start where you get your start. Don't judge these actors and actresses for what they did when they were really young. Judge them on what they're doing now. Shailene Woodley was fantastic in The Descendants, if you saw it. And I'm telling you guys, she's up and coming, and it's a load of shit if she's getting criticized. And I'm just saying, compared to Jennifer Lawrence.
right, like Ben Affleck in Daredevil
Compared to what he's
or
doing now.
Paycheck.
or Pearl Harbor. But yeah, that was just my little rant about Shailene.
McConaughey was in a bunch of
Yeah,
crap earlier. Now he's on fire.
True detective. Rusty Cole. Okay, what the fuck were we talking about? X-Men.
Too many heroes.
Yeah, if anything,
Too many hero syndrome.
I think we can at least agree that the trailer is just a good piece of advertising, having Jennifer Lawrence being heavily featured to reach a larger audience.
Right.
But at the same time, like for the more diehard fans, we do see that most of the more the moments that have a lot of gravitas, all the big lines, conversations, they all happen between Magneto and Professor X and Wolverine, like
Wolverine.
the actual stars of this saga, like the big names. They get all the big lines in this trailer, so that was cool to see.
It kind of like sounds like what Karl and you were saying was like that she's like Helen of Troy almost, and I don't mean like she's just dumb and like Helen of Troy just she was just a device, but like that these two men are almost at war over her, and it's not even that. It's also by the way they view humans,
Right.
And that we all know why the Brotherhood of Mutants. I'm not saying it was all just started because Mystique went. This isn't CW, okay?
You're a great
We can't be together. Okay, all right, but that's the X-Men trailer. Looked awesome, exciting shit.
Yes.
Other stuff going on. Avengers has been shooting out in Italy. They've been shooting some snow scenes. Jeremy Renner, Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen, and Quicksilver, Aaron Taylor Johnson are all out there. So we got our first looks at concept art of Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch. They're shooting snow scenes with Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye. What do you think? My initial thoughts were he looks so much better than Evan Peters. It's not even funny.
Wow, such a difference, such a difference.
Fucking A, it should have been the Juggernaut. Can you imagine, like, little Juggernaut? I don't know who'd play him. It wouldn't be Evan Peters.
The Rock.
His little Juggernaut.
Channing Tatum.
Channing my Tatum.
That would actually be
Yo, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
perfect.
Dude, that was good.
Yeah, that was good.
He actually said he wants to be Gambit. And Bryan Singer now is talking about in an Apocalypse. He's talking about two mutants he wants to bring into X-Men Apocalypse, which is going to be after Futures Past in 2016. Is Nightcrawler, Kurt Wagner, and Gambit. So
Let's see, not the Kurt that they had in X2.
Exactly, they want to bring a younger both of those characters. Now, could Taylor Kish come back and play Gambit? I think he could. But, X-Men Wolverine Origins is kind of out of canon and no one accepts it as a film. Yeah. Not even Hugh Jackman would. That doesn't exist. Did that happen?
Nope.
If you think about it, guys, they also announced that there's going to be a Wolverine 3. Hugh Jackman's going to return 2017.
There you go.
Hugh Jackman's been Wolverine.
His capey title.
Thank the capey for that return.
Of course.
So, he's been playing Wolverine since 2001. In 2017, he will be playing Wolverine in the 8th movie or the 7th movie. No, 9th movie or something.
He's got to be approaching 10.
Yeah. So, and then after that, could we see a change of the guard?
Yeah, I mean, he did say that.
He said that recently.
Yeah. But, I mean, I couldn't imagine anybody else playing Wolverine. Like, he just morphed himself into Wolverine so much. Like,
oh, yeah.
How big he's gotten.
Origin for Wolverine, like, the movie was terrible, but the transformation Hugh Jackman had as Wolverine in that was just incredible. He looked like Wolverine. Granted, he's taller by like a foot, but
maybe 2.
Yeah, but he is a great Wolverine character. I enjoy seeing him.
Yeah, he's awesome. Did we even talk about the Avengers? Somehow we got back on Wolverine.
The snow scenes. So.
Yeah, snow scenes.
I don't know what to think about that because They could be filming anything out there in the snow. It could be cool action scenes. It could be scenes of them dicking around in the snow. Because Marvel loves those scenes where they're just dicking around.
Let's build a snowman.
I mean, the still set we saw, it was kind of like castle, snow castle. Well, not snow castle, but castle, wintry castle theme. So maybe it has something to do with Latvia. It kind of has that Eastern European vibe to it. If you think about it. So,
Latvia is owned by Fox. They own all Doctor Doom stuff.
They own Doctor Doom, but
I think they own that too. Like
Latvia?
Anything that concerns with Doctor Doom.
Oh man,
they're probably. I think they announced what country it's posing as, and I can't remember. That escapes me at the moment, gentlemen. But all I can think of is that episode of the Justice League when they all went home for the holidays. And hot girl and Green Lantern played a snowball fight. I think Martian Manhunter went to
goes to Superman's house.
Just goes to Kent's barn.
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. You can't mention their dad's Magneto, which is one of the hugest things about their characters.
Right.
But we can't say who their dad is. I'm just imagining this is Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye is actually a prince to a castle, and they're we can't go back to dad's for Christmas.
No,
that's the big joke. Well, you guys can come to my castle.
I imagine a whole other argument with Iron Man again, Tony Stark. It's well, your dad plays with metal. Just a shout out to Magneto. It's just we just
you can't mention it though. So Fox owns all the rights to mutants. So how are they going to address?
Where they got
what are they?
Yeah, what?
Aliens.
They're aliens.
They just happened to appear, became Avengers.
They contain otherworldly powers.
They got Aldrin Kill against fire breathing syndrome.
They've obtained one of the ultimate power sources.
The powers.
That roam across
Thank
the
goodness they're not soccer fans.
All right, one takeaway from this: the concept art looks good.
Mm-hmm.
We all know Avengers: Age of Ultron's going to kick ass. We just know nothing what's going on, so we can't really think about
Too much
about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I did mention about Wolverine 3, but other news: Fox Studios has announced that they've given out a release date for the Fantastic Four #2. Which is a sequel to a film that has not shot a single frame or film yet.
It's a bold-ass move.
And has just gotten negative feedback from its casting. Very frosty reception. I haven't heard anyone be like, dude, did you hear about that Fantastic Four cast?
Turn the other cheek. That's exactly what they did.
They're just fuck that noise.
July 14th, 2017. Look for it. Isn't even
the sequel.
Underway.
I'm excited for the sequel. I will tell you, though, I saw Divergent, and Miles Teller did not impress me.
Wow.
He did not impress me. I was unimpressed. He wasn't given a lot of screen time, so maybe I should watch some of his other films, really get a feel of him. But as a Reed Richards type character... all I hear about him is he's a Vince Vaughn, a young Vince Vaughn. He's just a schlub. I'm a big guy, I'm a tall kid, and I'm funny. But that's all I know about Miles Teller. Kate Mara, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do we even need to speak on the subject?
Yeah.
If you've watched 1 minute of House of Cards, you know. Jamie Bell. Dan's our Jamie Bell expert.
Yeah, he was in didn't mention this last time, but he was in Defiance with two other big action alumni with Daniel Craig and Liev Schreiber, who plays Sabretooth.
I love Daniel Craig.
So Jamie Bell held his own with those two. As the not exactly the younger brother to him, but pretty much adopted brother to him. Fighting the Nazis in Poland. I think they were in Poland. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so Jamie Bell. Jamie Bell's performance in Defiance is clearly what spurred the studio to give this film a sequel. Without ever shooting anything. Shit, did you see Defiance?
We're definitely gonna have a sequel.
Yeah, and then is there a fourth person I named? Michael B. Jordan. He's actually the only person besides Kate Mara I'm 100% sold on.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic actor. If you're hung up on the race issue, you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
But the whole Fantastic Four getting a sequel before anything is shot, bold move by Fox.
Yeah, it's
Gotta applaud the cojones there.
cards are on the table.
It's like Oscar nominated. It's like whoa. Calm down.
They should do the same thing the Muppets did for the Fantastic Four when it comes out. Fantastic Four should have been nominated. You don't even
ignorant. Don't call me ignorant.
Reed Richards 33 says. Okay. So Wolverine 3 in 2017, Fantastic Four 2 in 2017, and they also released a release date for July 13th, 2018 for an untitled project. Now, guys, we live in the age where every film needs to be in a universe of some kind that connects to other films. Mm-hmm. So, Fox, I think last year, hired Mark Miller, famous comic book writer. He kick-ass. Why can't a Secret Service? He's written so many fucking things. Okay, Old Man Logan. They hired him to, be the Joss Whedon of their universe, guide their universe. So it sounds like it's going to be a Fantastic Four X-Men crossover. And if that's the case, are you excited for it? Do you want to see Miles Teller and potentially Hugh Jackman hang out? Do you want to see Kate Mara and James McAvoy high five?
I'm ready to see Bobby Drake and the Human Torch go at it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you mean by go at it?
I don't. Well, I mean,
in a hotel room. Get to the ice machine.
In every way.
Fire and Ice. Where do you think they got it? No, but I mean, last time you saw like Fire and Ice go against each other was X2, and it was sort of an interesting kind of thing because both of them turn their whole entire body into the element that they fight with. And so I'd like to see, I know definitely if they do that, there'd be some sort of competition going on. Because they're so similar as heroes.
Yeah.
There must be something that can cross over.
I like Bobby Drake. So is it Sean Ashmore or his brother who plays Bobby Drake? They're twins.
Ooh.
Which one? It doesn't matter. But yeah, seeing him against Michael B. Jordan would be cool.
Yeah.
Just call him Michael Jordan. MJ. From Space Jam fame. He got his acting chops down in Space Jam alongside comic greats Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck.
And the Monstars.
Let's get some talent. Yeah, so if they cross together, what the hell would they be fighting? Who are they going to go against?
Galactus. Power source.
They're going to find the ultimate power source.
With their ultimate power, with the X-Men's ultimate power source combined with the Fantastic Four's ultimate power source,
what are they
we have the ultimate power source.
Are they be fighting Galactus?
Civil War.
Marvel Civil
They could be
War?
fighting each other.
That would be cool. I mean, we always talk about, we always like seeing superheroes fight, even though they're not supposed to be fighting each other.
Yes.
We just love inner turmoil between other heroes.
I mean,
Hulk fights anybody. I'm down to see it.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Colin loves it whenever Batman and Superman throw down.
See, that'll never happen in the movie.
Hulk and Thing throwdown. Oh man.
I mean, Civil War. I think that would be pretty profitable if Fox and Marvel can reconcile.
If Fox and Marvel can make some love.
Like Bobby Drake and Johnny
You know, it'd be really cool if they had sex in Clark Kent's barn.
John Jones was watching.
So
No,
this is
dude,
what
you know who'd
Justice
be
is
watching?
like.
You know who'd be watching in the barn? Who'd be watching people fuck? Is that Alfred? That motherfucker would be standing.
Good job, Master Bruce.
You know, that Alfred doesn't even look like the kind of guy who pleasures himself. Like while he's watching sex, he's just one of those guys who just gets off on it from watching. Just be like,
well done, Master Clark.
jolly good showing.
Probably takes notes. Like, this is what you did wrong. Halftime, boys.
I'll have to come out to Smallville more often.
Well, it's so small down here in Smallville. Okay.
But now I need to get back to my touch-up.
I need to get back to my boy and make him some eggs. Bruce, where'd you go?
But it is Sean Ashmore.
Sean Ashmore?
Ashmore.
Ashmore?
Yeah, Ashmore.
Yes.
All right, Ashmore. All right.
There we go.
Cool beans. All right, we're going to move on from the untitled Marvel project, which we are only speculating,
Yes.
to Arrow, a show we talk about often. This week on Arrow, we had the introduction of the Suicide Squad, a very popular DC concept about Amanda Waller stringing together some criminals, putting some bombs in their heads, and making them do top-secret covert missions to get lesser sentences.
A Predator drone scene that had no logic to it whatsoever.
Yeah, that was very iffy. But three takeaways. One, thank God. I love give Diggle more to do. Thank God.
Yes.
I love me some Diggle.
We love Diggle.
He's got, like I said, I think I said this a few shows ago. He literally has gotten to do nothing this season. He's just been a side piece. Good to see a Diggle.
I mean, in the first season, he says, "I don't want to be a sidekick," and that's what they resorted to him as.
I don't want to be a sidekick, but you are a sidekick.
Well, okay.
Oh yeah, so Diggle centric. Deadshot, I thought, got the best characterization he's had since he's been on the show. He actually was sympathetic in a way. He wanted to die honorably. Diggle wouldn't let him. Thanks a lot, Diggle. And last but not least, Ollie and Thea really fucking hate swimming. Like Oliver got visibly angry when his mom was mentioning that swim program. I know he's mad at his mom, but Sarah just comes up behind him and is like, I thought you didn't like swimming. I detest swimming. I fucking despise swimming. And
If I could swim, I would have just swam off the island.
it literally explains why he couldn't get off the island. Well, there were some ships that came by, and if I could be able to swim, but fuck swimming.
We can't come in the shore. You're gonna have to swim out to us.
I'd rather be here. Next one. Catch the next one. But that's why I said Aquaman needs to show up to get Ollie over his fear of the water.
Yes.
It'd be a big moment for Ollie if he learned how to swim. I detest swimming. Fuck swimming. But yeah, so like we were talking about, introduction to Suicide Squad. Cool little shout out to Suicide creator John Ostrander.
Well, I feel like, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
But Aquaman. Aquaman in Starlight City. It just doesn't work.
It doesn't.
It's like when he's Spider-Man in the desert and saying, "Ha, go kill some good bad guys." It's not gonna work.
Spider-Man in a snowball fight with Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch. Yeah, but Suicide Squad, just more DC universe building, and the best part was a small 7-second part. It was kind of just a throwaway. It might have just been a little Easter egg, but you know what? We're going to speculate on it anyway, because it's amazing. Harley effing Quinn spoke. Tara Strong, voice actor extraordinaire. You've heard her before. If you're listening to this, she is your childhood. She came in, she voiced Harley for the Arkham games. Arlene Sorkin was the original voice actress. Tara Strong took over for her. As people age, people tend to retire.
Yes.
So Tara Strong came in, voiced a Harley Quinn lookalike in a cell for 7 seconds. She just said, "I'm a trained psychologist or a therapist, one of the two." And just that little throwaway nugget was the greatest thing that's ever occurred on television, just because it confirms two things: the Joker exists,
Which
and
means Batman exists.
Which means if Nightwing doesn't come on the show soon, I'm quitting.
It means a lot of things exist. I mean, think about it this way: Harley Quinn exists, Joker exists, Batman exists. That means Batman exists.
Mm-hmm.
Batman exists. It means Clark Kent's barn exists.
It's out there.
Which means creepy Alfred exists.
Which means we're gonna get a sex scene with anybody with Ollie in Clark Kent's barn. It's happening.
See, I want to see Bruce Wayne come on the show because on Arrow, Ollie sleeps with every girl who's on the show, except his mom and his sister.
Right.
But who knows? I want to see Bruce Wayne come on the show because if he comes on the show, he's going to steal all of Ollie's tail.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be just cuckold city, and he's going to be real upset.
Yeah, speaking of flames, did you see the title for the next episode, this week's episode?
Oh, yeah. Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey.
Another
Alina's coming
DC
back.
team coming to the screen.
Yeah.
We got Huntress coming on, Black Canary, and it sounds like Laurel's going to take the place of the third one of Batgirl. She's not going to be Batgirl, but obviously.
But yeah, it sounds like it's rumored that Black Canary and Huntress are going to fight, and that sounds awesome.
That sounds.
I'm cool. I'm down with it. Hats off to Arrow, man. I love the universe DC Nugget building. Like, we always talk how we shit on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that they'll drop a name like a team. Like Hulk and the Agents of Smash are out there somewhere, but they'd never bring them on. They had the balls of bringing on Shrapnel and Bronze Tiger aren't the greatest villains, but at least they had Deadshot on the squad.
Yeah.
They acknowledge that Harley Quinn is a part of the squad, so I'm cool with that. Amanda Waller and Ollie have a past connection. That was cool to find out. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna see where that takes us. Just fight fucking Slade already. We know Deathstroke exists. We know his name. Fight him. Come on.
Yeah.
How about that new
Let's see the
Deathstroke
fight.
costume?
Oh, that
was
Deathstroke.
sick.
That is just it's unfair. I mean, what the things I do to wear that costume.
The things I do to be inside that mask. Speaking of Deathstroke, I thought they
Speaking of being inside.
Just a shout out to the strength of like the story writing. I liked how Ollie's relationship with the Braga, that loose end was finally tied up.
Yeah, that was nice.
I thought that was a great way to both introduce, how exactly Deathstroke is going to operate around Ollie's accomplices, and just that was awesome.
One more tidbit on Deathstroke. Where the hell did he get that camera footage of Chanel? Like, just of her face. Like, there's a scene where he walks did he just, like, have a little camera strapped to his chest, like, of just Chanel? And, like, if you see it, it's just her face, and it's, like, her, like, smiling and walking around. And you're like, where the fuck did he film this?
I'm trying to remember. Didn't he work with her in the past? Like,
did they work together with Yao Fei? But still, like, what was he filming her for? And, like, if he was so in love with her, why was Ollie just slamming that, like just the second they met, she's just like,
like, why wouldn't Slade fill him in? Like, it's like, yo, I tapped out once, don't go near.
It's not like Mr. Bennett, who plays Slade's an ugly looking guy. I mean, if I had to choose between him and Ollie, I'd choose Slade because he's Crixus and Spartacus, and Steve Amell,
he's a silver fox in this show.
Yeah, he's a silver fox. Steve Amell's a slut, on this show, not real life. He's married with a nice daughter. Congratulations.
There you go.
Family man. All right. Did anything happen with Katie Cassidy this week? I can't even remember. She was actually nice.
She was at the bar several times.
Laurel had some positive interactions this week.
Yeah.
And you weren't like, she's a bitch. You were like, that's nice. She's on the good side of a CW. She's not the one being like, my family's fucked up and my sister fucks my lover. This time she's like, I'm okay with my ex-boyfriend fucking my sister and I'm going to encourage it. I'm going to be on the sidelines with Alfred cheering them on.
You still get that small taste of bitterness when she says to Sarah, you still get the small taste of bitterness when she says to Sarah, I know that look on your face. It's the same look that I had in my face when I look in the mirror and Ollie's been distant from me. And, like, it's just bringing up a little of her past history of Ollie. And,
you really think about how screwed over Sarah Lance is screwed over her sister.
Yeah.
Like, Laurel did get fucked over. Like, her boyfriend, who's this rich billionaire, I mean, sexy as fuck. She goes off with him, and she dies while fucking him. Mid-sex. And then he comes back, and she's like, you killed my sister and fucked her. And then she comes back, and she's like, you didn't come back, and you lied to us for 5 years. Like, I was still fucking like that. Why does no one want me? Why did Tommy have to die?
why has no one just, like, drawn the connection and said, oh, wow, these two both are alive from that down ship? Like, maybe they met up on the island. Maybe I wasn't alone.
That's what I'm thinking about, like, her dad. I'm like, how stupid is Detective Lance? He's just like, you're hanging out with the Arrow all the time. You're dating Oliver Queen. You were both lost, and you both came back 5 and 6 years later. There's no connection there.
He's a detective, for Christ's sake. Why isn't he?
It's just like, I know. No wonder he got demoted. No wonder his wife was just like, peace, I got a boyfriend in Central City. And then, like, you know, that really made me angry because they're just like, what do you expect, Mom, just to wait around for you, Dad? She left him because her daughter died. What is he supposed to do? Be like, what the fuck? He might be the most fucked over person in the show.
Yeah.
But, you know, to some of his own idiocy.
Dad, you selfish bastard.
She left you for another man because you're an idiot, Dad. Deal with it. I'm going to take some pills.
Gave me the stupid jeans. He was a bad guy? I can't believe it. Not Sebastian.
Oh, they haven't showed Sebastian Blood in like 10 episodes.
And Roy, you know.
Yeah, Roy's just kind of on the side.
We got that one scene with him practicing the bow, and then nothing happened.
Right.
For like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, he's just kind of in the background. They're like, we've got like 20 people in the cave we need to address. Like, everyone just knows their secret now. Like, we got to deal with Felicity for one episode with the Time King. We got to deal with this guy for this episode.
You see, that was the cool thing about Smallville, because you knew as soon as someone found out about Clark's secret, they were gonna die.
Except Chloe. Chloe never died.
That's true.
Pete Ross, they're like, hey man, you gotta move.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, you made a sex tape. You need to get the fuck out of here.
I know you love this barn so much, but come on, just get the barn.
What I loved about Chloe was she was a great new character, but they always made her do the product placement for that show.
Yeah.
So she'd be like, Clark, I mean, my Toyota Yaris gets great mileage, but not that good. I mean, my MacBook computer charges for a long time, Clark, but not that long. And, like, that's what the Felicity component brings to it. She's a fun character. She says things that, you know, are funny. She's a likable person. She's young, and she's the person who's like, well, I didn't hear it over my Bose headphones.
Here, Ollie, check out the latest updates on my new Microsoft Surface.
You know, Deadshot used a Surface this week.
Right. Oh my God. That damn Surface has been in. That damn Surface has been in more episodes than Roy Harper.
I hacked into the Sterling City police records using my iPhone.
Thank God for this Microsoft Surface. Everyone knows Windows can break into top secret government agencies.
What would I do about these tile and brightly ornamented color schemes?
All right. Arrow, good stuff. Harley Quinn, love it. Final topic. Spider-Man 2 final trailer.
The best topic of them all.
Oh, man. Guys, I always talk about X-Men is my most excited movie for, and I keep seeing everything for every movie, and every comic book movie looks amazing this summer. Captain America is getting rave reviews before it's even released, and I'm just hearing all positive things. The number 3 has been confirmed. I'm just hearing all positives that it's like I read on IGN the Terminator of superhero films. Sounds awesome to me.
Wait,
Captain America?
Superhero films.
just the first Terminator.
Okay.
Okay, but,
Not like Christian Bale Terminator.
no. Turn your fucking lights down. That movie. Now we get this new Spider-Man trailer, and holy shit, we get to see the action scenes. I said about the first Amazing Spider-Man. I thought that was Webb's best. What he did best, like the fights against the Lizard were cool. The way he uses webbing. This just takes everything to a new level on this.
Yeah. We were talking about it last week. It opens up and he says, "You know what I love best about being Spider-Man? Everything." And it's just like that's the most cocky, headstrong thing anybody who became a superhero, like young in the superhero stage, could possibly say. It's just like he's cocky right now. He's at like the highest point of his being Spider-Man, and this movie is just really gonna show it. Like,
would Batman ever say that? You know what I love about being Batman? Everything. Nothing. This job sucks, but I have to do it.
What was that, Master Wayne?
If I don't get my rocks off in Clark's barn once a week, I friggin' kill myself.
No, but it's definitely gonna be like that opening trailer. I'm telling you, that's gonna be opening scene right after you see Rhino.
He's confident,
and he's just gonna go right for him. That's gonna be the first opening scenes.
That Rhino suit has grown on me tremendously.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I could be found quoted as on this podcast 9 ago of saying I didn't like the suit. Saw the side angle of the suit. I think it looks really cool.
Good.
It's like an actual Rhino charging on all fours at Spider-Man, and he's got the manhole cover in his weapon, ready to turn. He's blocking fucking missiles with it.
The suit's big too. Like big suit.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's holy shit. The other great things about this trailer, we get to see more Electro.
He speaks.
We get to hear his thoughts. We see how him and Harry Osborn are going to be teaming up at some point. Harry Osborn, we get to see more of his fight with Spidey, and that looks great.
Oh my god, that kid!
Just about everything Spider-Man did in that trailer looked awesome.
Yeah.
So
I'm really hoping they're not just like embellishing all the action, and then we're just gonna be left with like
we've seen all the action.
That's it.
Now you get to see Andrew Garfield say things twice for the next. It's just the rest. Web design. There's something I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you something. No. But I know what he's going with the Peter Parker. He's trying to show that Peter Parker is, he's
human.
He's a nerd. Even though he's not really a nerd in the first one because he's a skateboarder and he's a good-looking guy. Just an opinion.
Whenever he said things to Spider-Man, though, he was not stuttering. So
He was
that's
not.
true.
You see the confidence shine through there as well.
Once again, is it two different people, the man who dons the mask? Our psychologist, Ryan Keel. What do you think, Raga? You're a psych major.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's
Sound analysis, right?
I think, definitely what we're seeing now. He's, whenever he puts on the suit, he's cocky as all hell. And he doesn't reflect that in the few scenes we've seen him not wearing the suit. He's got the stutter going. He gets nervous when Harry Osborn brings up the fact that his company's been monitoring him more closely than... or his father's been paying more attention to him.
Isn't that the question of the day?
Sure.
Such a strange thing to say.
I think the one thing I've been thinking about from all the trailers you don't see a lot of Gwen. So I'm wondering if that's because that's all of Gwen you get to see for the whole movie.
Yeah, because she's
die.
She's supposed to die. And of course, they're not going to come out and say that. But if you know it, you know it.
Yeah.
She's supposed to die.
All right, well,
Here, guys.
maybe she'll be in the "We're glad we're gone" category next year at the Capies. Not because we're glad she's dead. We're glad you're gone because it moved the story forward.
Right.
You know what I mean?
MJ's coming back.
We have seen the scene of her, though, where she's falling through the glass window and he goes
he
to
grabs
save her, and that's usually where she would die.
right.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. In
Maybe,
that scene,
like-
so let's see.
Maybe
I don't
someone
know.
throws like a stick.
Fuck!
Time to see.
This time I'll get her on the head. That will stick. Holy shit! What have I done? You know what I love about this? Nothing.
That's how the next one opens.
No, but like really, I do think that this movie will be a fall for not like a fall in ratings, but the fall of Spider-Man in a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he's really cocky. So like I feel like he's gonna-
Hubris.
Yeah. They just have to take him back.
I mean,
Knock him down a peg. Fucking hate this job.
yeah, I agree.
You know what I like about being Spider-Man? Nothing.
I agree with you,
Someone
Karl.
else do
Like,
this shit.
Spidey really is a tragic character. So.
Yeah.
He's probably he's probably the most tragic Marvel character.
Yeah.
Besides Deadpool.
Well, yeah, a lot
That's a
of
joke.
A lot of people who associate with Spider-Man end up dead, so.
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben ended up dead.
Uncle Ben, did you really need to go for the gun? Come on, I know you're an honorable guy. You're not a dumbass. You're like, the guy's got a gun, he stole some beer. Who gives a shit? Thanks for the milk, robber. I mean, the first one, when you see the Tobey Maguire, you see, like, the real original origin with the wrestling and Bone Summer. That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, and, like, when he doesn't stop him, it has some meaning. But this one, hey, thanks for the chocolate milk, amigo. I'm going to leave and let you kill my uncle. Because I want to enjoy my Gorelick farm.
I feel like the moment I saw that movie, I was like, wait, that's really how they're gonna kill him off? Not even like in a more meaningful way over chocolate milk.
Oh, man.
Not as meaningful as it gets.
All right. Anybody got any final thoughts?
I guess I do. I got one more question about the trailers. That they've been showing a lot about this really dark figure in a brimmed hat. Has anyone else noticed that?
Yeah, that was the same guy who showed up in Kirk Connors' cell at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I've heard rumors is that people think it's the Jackal, the man who cloned Spider-Man, made Scarlet Spider and all those other...
Okay.
Yeah, so what's his name? Dr. Miles... I can't think. But yeah, the Jackal, maybe. That's just a rumor, but it's played by Michael Madsen. You've probably seen him. Not Michael Madsen, Michael someone. He's played by a guy.
Mads Mikkelsen? No.
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen. Yeah, the guy who plays Hannibal. But he probably is going to factor into Sinister Six in some way.
Okay,
Because
that makes
once
sense.
again, we live in a world where there's only universes to be built. Is there movies that tie into this movie? Fuck this. We don't
want nothing to do.
We live in a world where we need sequel movies. We need a Dumber and Dumber universe. Stupid and dumb as shit. This ties into this. Larry and Lloyd and whatever the fuck his name is, cousin. God, I'm faltering at the end here. Stumbling at the end of the stretch like Duke. Not like UMass because they never
please.
got up to play.
Mercer was going to win, hands down. Tennessee just they were going to win. Like,
All
There you
right.
have it for
We had
the
no answer
NCAA
for
news,
them.
guys.
Okay.
We have
All
an
right.
NCAA expert in the
One final quick tidbit. Saw Divergent. Said it before. Theo James, who plays 4 in that movie, really good actor. What do you think as a young Cyclops? Scott Summers.
I mean, is he gonna die in a very bad way? Like,
Very tragic. Kurt Wagner. Can you think of anyone to play Kurt Wagner?
I'll give it to him.
Ever since I'm teleports, that's what you hear.
Storm, Wolverine. Wolverine Trask. Who's got the Sentinels? Get to the chopper.
He's got some action movie coming out, doesn't he?
Sabotage.
Sabotage,
From the
yeah.
directors of Training Day and End of Watch.
Listen, all y'all. Okay. Theo James, Cyclops. Keep it under your hat. Thanks for listening, guys. This was the 10th episode. Hopefully we get 10 more. 10 times 10. 100. Let's do that, too. All right. See you guys next week.
6 seasons is the movie.